Today in this session, we will be creating an application in our Salesforce org, and also we will see how to create an object under that application. So first of all, we know we have already created our Salesforce org with the name Code Apex, right? In the previous videos. Now under this Salesforce org, we will create an application. Let's say we call it as the institute application. And under this application, we will create multiple objects. But today at the start, we will create the object with the name students. Okay, under this intruder application, we will create first object that will be student. Okay, now let's switch the screen to our Salesforce org. So we are in our Salesforce org. You can see this is our Salesforce org we have created the previous sessions. In order to create the application in our Salesforce org, we need to navigate to this gear icon that is setup. Whatever we will be doing under our Salesforce org, that will be under this setup option. So under this quick, we will search with the app, and we see this option as app manager, right? So let's click on that. Okay, so here it is redirecting us to this page. Now from here we can click on this new lightning app. Okay, so we got this form. Let's name the application that will be institute. Okay, this will be our application name, institute. And if I click tab, it is directly taking this name under developer name. So this developer name will be for coding. This will be reference to coding, and this will be visible in our Salesforce UI, and this will be under coding part. Under description, it is not mandatory, but if you want to mention anything, you can do like this. This is our first application. Okay, so let's put the image logo. Okay, I've updated the logo. Okay, the next standard navigation or console navigation, leave it as standard navigation. Console navigation is nothing but console Salesforce. Console navigation is nothing but all the options are the one page at one single page. You no need to navigate to any other pages. Everything will be visible under same page like this. Here we have our feed. We have this knowledge bar right side. We also have this history, news, all the emails and everything. Basically everything will be on the same page on the same dashboard, and no need to navigate to some different page or different tab. Everything will be on the same page. So that's a console page. So if you want to keep that with that, otherwise standard navigation is good. I would suggest to go for standard navigation. Okay, support on phone setup, and leave everything as it is and proceed for the next. Okay, that's fine. Next, what are the items should be there under our application? So first, home should be there. So I'm searching for home. Okay, I will just select and move it to the right side to the selected items. Then let's say I also need leads. Okay, we have created a custom application. Under that application, we also imported these standard objects. We will be creating custom objects as well, but for now we are importing these standard objects. Let's proceed with the next step. Now these are all the available profiles. Our profile will be system administrator. Okay, make sure you select this as well. For time being, I'm selecting all the profiles available here. I'll just move it to the selected profiles. Okay, I think we are at the last step, and once done, click on save and finish. That's it. So likewise, we have created our first application, that is institute application. Now how to access that application from here? right? That must be the concern. So we can just go to this app launcher, as I told you earlier. Click on this app launcher and we can directly search for that application, or otherwise just maximize it and that application should show up here. Here it is. So we have created our application. Now click on that application. It will take us to the, this is our application and these are the objects we have imported earlier. Now let's create one more object, that will be student. How we can do that? Again, I'll just keep this page as it is and I'll just duplicate one more tab. Okay, as I said, everything, any changes you want to do, need to go to the setup. Okay, so here we need to create a new object, that will be a custom object. So the best option is clicking on this object manager. Okay, so from here we can just directly click on this create tab at the right side, custom object, just click on that. Okay, so we got this form here. Now we need to label the object. So we are creating a student object, plural for students, it will be students. Is it starting with vowel sound? No. Then object name, it is directly taking the object name as students. So we know already, right? Object name will be for coding. And description, this is the first object created. Okay, open the standard helps, yes, just leave it as it is. Then record name, so we are creating a table object, that means a table, right? So any table, there must be one column. Without a column there will not be a table, right? So we are creating our student object. So this is our student object. Now under the student we need to create this field, right? There should be one field, so that is we will create as student ID. Let's name it as student ID. And the default data types we already have, that are text and auto number. I'll select the auto number and the format should be student starting with 1. Okay, then we have optional features. Under optional features we have this allow reports. If I check this allow reports, that means it will allow us to get the report, like when, I mean, how many students are enrolled for this specific course, how many students left, or everything, all the reports we can fetch from using this option. If we forgot to check this option for now, we can do this later as well. Allow activities. If we are allowing these activities, that means we can get the activities like scheduling the meetings or scheduling some tasks or events with the students. We can do that if we allow this option. Then track field history. If we are checking this, that means we can check the field history, like for example, there is a field with the student name and earlier the student name was something else and now it is changed to this. Then we can check all the history from this field history. Allow this group in chatter groups. Then allow sharing bulk API access, leave it as it is. Development status is selected as deployed as default. Deployed, that means it is in production state, and if we make any changes it will be affected to all the users. If we don't want that and if it is still in development process, then we should keep this status as in development. It is still in development and no user can access this object for now. But in this org, the org we have created, or the application we have created, there is only one user, that is us, the system administrator. Then we can leave it as deployed only. Allow search. If we want to access the objects from our global search, then we can allow this option. If we want to launch a new tab wizard after saving this custom object, that means if we create this object for now and if it should be visible under here, under this UI, then we need to make this selected. Then click on save, proceed for the next. Tab style. So what tab style you want to give here for the student? Let's say I will give present to people. Okay, for student I have selected people tab style. Leave everything, then proceed for the next. The tab visibility. So what are the visibility you want to give for these specific profiles? If we want to give some specific access to some specific users, then we can make this change as, for this profile we want to make this as default off, then we can select this. For contract manager I want to make it hidden, then I can select this. But the make sure we are selecting as default on for the system administrator, that's us. For now what I'm doing, I'll give the same visibility for all the profiles available in our Salesforce Org. Next, so the object we are creating, to which application it should be visible. I'm just leaving it only for the institute application we have created. Now I'm saving these changes. Perfect. So we have created our first object as well. Now let's access this object from our Salesforce UI. Okay. Now there is no object we can see here, right? If I refresh the page now, it should show up here. We can see, right, home, leads and students. So we have created our first object, and under this object we can create multiple records. If I want to create a record under this object, I can just directly go to this new button, and it is asking for student ID. There is no other option, and the student ID with the ST-001 has been created under the students tab. Let me just go to home, click on students, and you can see there is one student created. Also I can create one more student if I want. Just leave it, set. Okay, it will be auto numbered. There are two students created now. I think that's it for today. So we know how to create the application in our Salesforce Org, the custom application, and as well as the custom object. And under that custom object, we can create multiple records. In the next session, we will check how to create the fields under our custom object. Thank you everyone.